Hello creatives, we are welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please do well to like, to subscribe and to comment. Today again, in the Writers Lab, we'll be talking about how to outline a book professionally. I've received a lot of entries from our clients where they just give us a rough work and the outline is just so bad. A bad outline will give a bad outcome, a bad book altogether. If your outline is vague, your book will be vague. That is as simple as that. So right about now, without further ado, let's get right into it. How to outline a book professionally. First, I like to tell you that an outline is what you call the table of contents. Yes, an outline is what you call the table of contents. Of course, a book, a professional book, should always have a copyright page after the title page. So the title page comes first after the book cover. The page 2 or the first page should be on the right. Let me take this as example. The first page, this is the cover page. Then the first page on the right is your title page. Then the following page should be your copyright page. Then afterwards you go straight. In case you have an endorsement page, you can put that following the copyright page, or you put your some people put their forward there, but it's advisable you put your endorsement first and put forward more like the third or fourth page. Yes, so the following page should be your dedication page. Dedication page, preface, and acknowledgement. All of these are called the preliminary pages. Afterwards, you can now go to the breakdown using this simple formula. I call it the title, the reader, the problem, and the promise. The title, the reader, the problem, and the promise. So the first thing is the title. You need to do a breakdown title on the title. That's how to do your outline. Break down the title. When you are able to break down the title, you'll be able to see the part you need to treat under that title. Then 2 is the reader. You need to look for a way that you can communicate with your reader. All right. In fact, your writing is, your reader is the more like 70% of the things you must consider in writing. Who are these readers? How will they be able to assimilate it? How will they be able to understand what you are doing? So when you are doing the outline, you would have included them in your plan. Yes, during the outline. That's the reader. Then 3 is the problem. What exactly, in our previous Writers Lab, I taught you how that discovering a problem and profiling a solution is the way to start writing, is what you need to write. In fact, that should be what you should look out for in writing. That's the problem. Then the promise. So that promise is the ending part, and that's how, if you're able to follow these 4 tips, it will help you a great deal in building your outline. All right, right about that, if you're able to put all of these things down, then you will now go to how to put it properly on the pages. There we have introduction. Preface is a bit different from introduction. Preface is the general knowledge of the book, while introduction brings your authors into your audience rather into the book. It makes them understand what you want them to know about the book. Preface is the general story, like the whole knowledge they need to have. That could be written by someone else. You don't necessarily need to have that to be written by you. You can get someone else to write that for you. That will help you to increase the credibility of your work, and also it might enhance the marketability of your work. All right, then we are talking about the introduction. The introduction now brings people into what is happening. When you are talking about introduction, you start with the background of what is happening. That is, what is the state of things now? What is the problem you realize in that state of things now, as of now? You understand? Take for instance, you are talking about Christian relationship, right? Going into a relationship as a Christian. You know, I already told you that you need to build your scope within for a specific set of readers. If you are writing about Christian relationship, you can talk about the fact that as of now, courtship between lovers who are Christians, they used to go to their houses and all of that. You can start with that, and maybe you cite a problem, maybe the problem of fornication. You cite that problem. Then your book, what is it trying to do? In this book, I'll be taking you through a way you can escape sex before marriage. Can you see? You've given them the introduction. They already know what to expect in the book. However, preface will summarize the whole concept of Christian relationship. Can you see the difference? But introduction does not need to summarize everything. Introduction just gives the beginning, like that is what is happening. You slightly define Christian relationship. Why is it called Christian relationship and not just relationship? Then you will go ahead to say, okay, this and this is the problem you have realized in Christian relationship. Maybe the second paragraph, your introduction should not be too long. All right. Then, depending on the volume of the book, take for instance, if the book is, let's say the book is 10,000 words, your introduction should not be up to 1,000 words. That's too much. Your introduction should not be more than 500, 250 to 500 words for a 10,000 words book. Do you understand? So after you are able to work on your introduction, the next thing to face is the body. All right. Now, in the body, you need to understand that you must give reference and give, how do I put this, consideration to your reader. How that you go from what your readers already knew before that time. What is the known, what is the generally accepted stuff. So that's where you start from. You start from the known to the unknown. You don't just start from conclusion. I think conclusion is even part of it. That's the third thing in the outline. You don't just start from the ending part. Say like you want to talk about, how do I put it now, where we're discussing Christian relationship. Take that for instance, you don't start with how to get married or when they are getting married or when they're about to get married. You start from when they met. Where do they have to meet? You start with the definition of what Christian marriage is. You start the etymology of what relationship is. Where did they start? As a Christian author, you should start, your reference point is the scripture. Alright, so you can start by talking about the origination of relationship, the origin of marriage, the origin of who instituted relationship. So from there, you take it step by step. You are the one who knows, you know what you want to write now. So you'll be able to do a draft of everything you want to talk about, having researched your topic. That's if it's a non-fiction write-up and you want to get research. But of course, please, when you are writing, if you are referencing any book, make sure you add a reference section to your book at the back. Yes, you don't want to be caught for plagiarism. That's an offense. You can be sued for it. So you need to take note of that and consider that. Then you take it step by step. Take it from the beginning to the middle to the ending. Do you understand? I will teach you how to go about that. Just hold on. Then now you go to the conclusion. The conclusion, like I said, if you are doing a 10,000 words book, your introduction should not be more than, it should not be up to 1,000 words. I mean, 1,000 words is just the maximum you can do. Then the conclusion should not be more than 500 words. In fact, 250 is just fine. 250 to 500 words is okay for the conclusion. Then you can add appendix. Maybe there are other things you want to add related to the work, but slightly different. Maybe something like Christian marriage. You know, we are talking of Christian relationship now. So Christian marriage is not Christian relationship. There are two different things. So Christian relationship is just talking about maybe you start with courtship, you start with all of those things. So you can now give them a glimpse into Christian marriage or something related. So that can be in the appendix page. But please, like I told you in a previous video, that you should not do too much subject in one book. Don't treat too much topic in one book. Take it one topic at a time. Yes, one book should answer one question, at most 3 questions. Don't use one book to answer numerous questions. It cannot. Your book is not in Yoruba. They say book. Your book cannot treat everything. So you need to be careful so you not miss out of your audience. You not miss your audience. It will not be like you'll be like, okay, what is the person even saying? He's talking about finance here. He's talking about in the same book. It ought not to be. Don't model things up. All right. Now, how do you improve on this thing? That's where we want to talk about the body now. Number 1 is read books. Read books. Get books. Do you understand? As much as you can. There is no way you will be a good writer if you are not a good reader. Every good writer, every good author is first a good reader. You need to get books. Now, you see on my table, I have different books. When you check, this is a book by Brogbili Akoni. We have books by Faith
Oyedepo, we have book by Pastor J. Walker, we have books, and in fact, you can come to Reflection Journal Library, you will see a lot of books. Yes, you will see a lot of books you can check. Check different books, look at how they did the outline. It is going to help you a great deal. Secondly, you need to check book layout. You don't just read the books, you should also check for the book layouts. Check book layouts. Whenever you get a new book, whenever you see books, in fact, it has become my idea, it has become my own kind of behavior. Whenever I see a new book or I see a book with anybody, I try to first check the layout. You see, your outline is the structural, how do I put it now? Is the structural or skeletal format of your book. Do you understand? So you need to check the layout of every book you are reading. Check out the layout, check out the way it is, the interior. Check those things out, because you are going into this, you are going into writing, so you need to understand these things. All right, another thing that you need to take note of is that you must improve through practice. Right? It's not enough to read, it's not about enough to check layout, but you must also practice, keep doing it. You can just come up with a topic and develop the outline. You don't necessarily need to write on it per se, but just in order to become good at this thing, you must keep practicing, always keep practicing. Then number 4, how to improve is you must read and read again and again. Keep reading. You see, the wideness of how you read determines how excellent you become at writing. If you want to be very good at writing, you need to be a very good reader. A good author is a good reader. You must read a wide range of subjects. You must see how these things will flow well. Do you understand? So you must see others who have been in writing before you. People are always ahead of you. There is nothing new under the heavens. So someone has done something related to what you just want to do. So you must read a wide range of subjects. You must read different subjects. Don't say, okay, I'm a fictional writer, I don't have anything to do with non-fiction. You should know something about everything, but know everything about something. If that something is fiction, maybe you are into fiction writing, you should know everything about fiction writing. Do you understand? But you should know something about non-fiction. You should know something about everything, about devotionals. You should know something about everything as an author. Number 5, which I'm going to give to you as a tip on how to improve, on how to outline a book professionally, is you need to send your outline to your ARC team. We call them ARC, some people call it acting, that's ARC, is the Advanced Readers Copy. Yes, so these are people, you can get about 5 people who you see as those you run to with your manuscripts, with your first write-up, your first draft. They are not to condemn you, but they are to criticize you constructively. If you are the type that is always afraid of criticism, you cannot be an author, you cannot write. And even if you write, you cannot write well, because even your publisher will be afraid of criticizing the work. And what is our work? Our work is to assess your work. We have to assess your manuscript and criticize it, of course, constructively. You understand? So this Advanced Readers Copy team will be in charge of your reading. They will read your manuscript, so you can submit the outline to them. If they are able to read it and they say, okay, this is cool, if you are able to get a cool response from 5 of them, then you should know that, okay, yes, you are good to go. But whatever they say, adjust this. You should consider whatever opinion they give you or observation they give you, because you are writing as a writer, you are not writing as a reader. Do you understand? And these are things you need to understand. Of course, maybe in our next lab, I'll be talking about the 5 ways you should write. The 5 ways you should write. You should write as an author, you should write as a reader, and some others. Don't worry, let's meet in the lab next week. Thank you for joining us today. Please do well to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Please do well to comment. In case you have any question concerning how to outline your book professionally, or there's any part of writing you want us to concentrate on, do well to put it in the comment section, and we will work on it. Whatever you put in the comment section will be my next point of discussion. Thank you for joining. God bless you.